Are you serious? 1983. We're talking 40 years ago. NASA had just put a brand new satellite with an infrared camera on it looking for Planet X. And this is what they found. And I've watched the movie of it, everything. We talk about it in this webinar in a big way. I'll tell you all about that in just a second. First, let's put a shout out right now for www.pastorpaulgold.com. That's www.pastorpaulgold.com. If you're trying to navigate the market turbulence, and I just seen where Bitcoin just fell under 42,000 just a few minutes ago. I mean, there's some real big fluctuation in the market. Market's down while the president's talking about Bidenomics. You might want to get a hold of Noble Gold and find out about some certainties in the metals market or in precious metals. Global uncertainty is looming. Your savings, your retirement plans could be under siege, but there's one asset that has stood the test of time, and that is gold. It's a biblical currency. Unlock the peace of mind that comes with owning gold and the ultimate safe haven. And if precious metals are new to you, Noble Gold Investments will hold your hand through the whole process. They have a team of experts who will guide you every step of the way to safety. Thousands of investors have sheltered their retirement savings with Noble Gold Investment. Don't leave yourselves exposed to the markets right now. It's way too risky. With gold at an all-time high and looking to climb further, it's the perfect time. Open a Noble Gold investment or roll over that IRA at www.pastorpaulgold.com. They're giving away, everyone who sets up an account, this 3 ounces of pure silver. This is, of course, the American Silver Virtue Coin. They'll give this to you for free. Why don't you call the number, 877-646-5347. That's 877-646-5347. And tell them that Pastor Paul Begley sent you before Planet X gets here. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, we got some really interesting situations developing now. I mean, we're starting these experts, Rex Bear, Gil Brazard, BP Earthwatch, Stan Dale, Mike from around the world. These guys have dug deep. This webinar we're getting ready to have is incredible. You need to go to my website at paulbegleyprophecy.com. Go there right now, paulbegleyprophecy.com. You'll see a red banner across the page. Click it, get your ticket, don't miss it. This will be the most watched webinar we've ever done, and it should be. As Mike from the world is saying, it has to be. And he dropped so many bombs in his presentation, so many bombs that I've never heard of. But this picture behind me right here, that's a picture. NASA took this picture with this brand new telescope, infrared camera in 1983. And these guys have been able to help us dig this out now. And so I've been doing some extensive research myself on this. Now, let me just tell you what's being said here, because it's quite extraordinary, really. Wow. It was called IRAS, IRAS, and it discovered a new object. This is an article from November 9th, 1983 by NASA. The infrared astronomical satellite, is what they called it, has found another unusual member of the solar system, an object. Possibly it's an asteroid, or maybe it's a dead comet that passes closer to the sun than any known planet or asteroid. The infrared astronomical satellite has found another unusual member. The object temporarily is designated as Minor Planet 1983 TB. That's what they named it. 1983 TB adds to the growing collections of objects that the orbiting telescope has now detected. IRAS discoveries include 5 comets that passed in the past summer and an evidence of solid material around star Vega. Its latest discovery, though, appears to be this object that's 30 million or 19 million miles from the Earth at that moment when we first observed it. It said last month, which would have been October of 1983. We discovered it on October the 11th, 1983. Simon Green, a postgraduate student at the astronomy at Leicester University in England, noted rapidly moving object that the satellite observed in 7 consecutive orbits in 100 minutes. They were 100 minutes apart. This object went around this other object every 100 minutes. The news was flashed immediately to the observatories around the world, and the object was quickly located and photographed, by the Palomar Observatory in California and also Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona. Observers at both sites report the object was very dim, but it was a 16th magnitude asteroid, or was it a planet or a dark comet? It is quite large, and they named it, of course, 1983 TB. Now, where did this? I mean, this was huge. I'm reading from NASA, the article. Now, I actually found another article, some more information on this. And it's actually got video, and I actually watched some of the video. It's quite extraordinary how quick this thing moves around, but it's huge. So, in other words, this little moon is moving around, but this planet, you can only see it with this infrared camera. So this is what I'm trying to say. They have seen this thing. They know where it's at. They know it's getting closer. Guys, they've been watching this thing for 40 years. And then you go back to the ancient documents, okay? The ancient documents that tell us that civilizations thousands of years ago documented. I am serious. Yeah, I'm 1983. I got married. Me and Heidi got married in 1982. 40 years ago, they found this thing. 40 years ago. And it's extraordinary that here we are today. Okay, 1983, NASA's excited because they found it. 1990, they wanted to not talk about it no more. By 1999, they were saying that this was a conspiracy theories, and then they just want to go away. We know after 40 years that there's with the Hubble telescope and with all the other telescopes out there that they've thrown up there, and all the different satellites that we got, and all the different SOHO and all of these guys, they know right where it's at. And here's what I want to say. Rex Bear did a tremendous job in his presentation in this webinar, showing you graphs, showing you pictures, showing you stuff. BP Earthwatch, a phenomenal job showing you actual photographs and information that was recently discovered in 2016. Mike from around the world drops bomb after bomb of what's happening here. We are telling you. The picture behind me is actually, I just went ahead and grabbed this picture and just threw it up here for my for background. But that right there, guys, is 1983 TB, or that right there is Nibiru, maybe, which is the moon that orbits this big thing, which could be Planet X. This right here, that is an infrared camera that discovered this thing on October the 11th, 1983, and NASA was proud of it and proud of this thing. And they knew how fast it orbited. And they also knew right where this was at, 1983. I'm telling you, it's coming. I don't know. I'm just telling you, when NASA discovers something and they absolutely just excited, and then all of a sudden 1990 said, you know what, we just scrub it, just not talk about it. No. There is no. That's conspiracy theories. We don't want to talk about Planet X. No. It's incredible to me that they don't want to talk about 1983 TB anymore. So here's what I want to do. I want you, look, we're only 8 days away. This webinar is 8 days away. My friend of the world is literally jumping through his microphone in this interview I did for him for this webinar. He literally drops bomb after bomb of information. So does Gil Brazard, who goes back and discusses the ancient texts, and some of which have been reviewed in the last year. Everybody knows. Going back, everyone knows that this thing is on the way, and it's going to literally catastrophically affect the earth. And even Jesus said that there will be signs in the sun, in the moon, and in the stars. There will be distress of nations with confusion, perplexity. The sea and the waves will be roaring. In other words, the tides will be off. And men's hearts will fail them for fear, because they're looking after those things that are coming upon the earth. Because the heavens are being shaken. The planets are being pulled out of their orbits. The gravitational pull, the tides, the catastrophic events, the droughts, the wildfires, the extreme heat in the summer. Mike said we was going to have extreme heat last summer. That's what we had. Then he said we're going to have extreme cold this winter. That's what we got. He said there'll be straight line winds. We've seen that for the last 4 years. Volcanism on the rise. Earthquakes on the rise, horrific storms, cyclones, typhoons, massive flooding. Okay, guys, here's what I want everybody to do this that's watching me right now. Tonight, I'm going to be interviewing Mike from around the world. Okay, it's going to be an incredible broadcast. You don't want to miss it. I've been waiting to see if I'm going to be able to do a special program, but I can't get a hold of. But either way, Mike from the World's going to be here tonight. Mike from the World's going to be here tonight. It's a special program. It is absolutely, we got 8 days. I'm telling you, this isn't me making some. When Jesus Christ said it, when the book of Revelation says it, that there's going to be 2 deep impacts that's going to literally wipe a third of the ships in the ocean out. When we have, Peter says the earth will melt with fervent heat. When Revelation chapter 16 says that the sun will scorch men, and they will gnaw their tongues for pain, but they will still not repent. The Bible, when the book of Isaiah chapter 24 says the earth is going to start reeling and rocking like a drunkard, we talk about all of that in this webinar. So, okay, I don't want to get on a rant here. I'm just saying something biblical is going on, okay? Something absolutely biblical is going on with the signs of the second coming of Christ. And I've never been more, now I know, now after talking to these guys, after interviewing them, after just filming this entire webinar, now I see why Mike wanted this done, why he wanted, and why he wanted a couple of these guys in it for sure, and plus others. And he really does. He really, really drops some bombs in this. I mean, it is incredible. I mean, are you serious? Have we entered the end of the age? That's my question. Have we entered the end of the age, as Dr. Irvin Baxter always said? Shelter us, Lord. Get some coffee, everybody. Just calm down. Get a ticket, get your coffee, get ready for tonight. And we're 8 days away from the best webinar we've ever done.
The earth can shake, the sky come down, the mountains all fall to the ground. But I will fear none of those things. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Dark waters rise, the thunder pounds.
Are you serious?
The wheels of war
Are going round, and all the walls are crumbling.
shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings.
That's why I got my faith in the Lord.
Shelter me, Lord, underneath your
Psalms 91.
Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding place. The wind will blow, the rain can pour, the deluge break, the tempest roars. But in
Oh yeah,
that
I saw it.
storm,
Pakistan hit Iran. I know it.
shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings.
The Middle East,
Shelter me, Lord,
the wars and rumors of wars. Ezekiel 38. And maybe we're on the verge of World War III. 2024, as I told you, would be a year like never before. 2024, there will be prophecy and much more. Get ready! Get ready!
hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making
I got more. I got more on this Planet X.
on that day. You call for me. Someday when time no more shall be. And I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings.
Are you serious? The Washington Post said possibly a giant planet as large as Jupiter may have just been found. That was December 30th, 1983. Are you serious?
Hide me underneath your wings. Hide me deep inside your heart. In your refuge, cover me. The world can shake, but Lord, I'm making you my hiding place. Now on that day, you call for me. Someday when time no more shall be. Well, I say, death, where is your sting? Shelter me, Lord,
Oh, yes.
underneath your wings.
Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Shelter me, Lord, underneath your wings. Somebody shout, the King of Kings is coming. The Lord is coming. Wow. Okay, now hang on a second, everybody. Just calm down. But December 30th, 1983, the Washington Post said possibly a planet as large as Jupiter has been discovered, a heavenly body, possibly as large as the giant planet Jupiter, is so close to Earth that it would be part of this solar system. Why did they know that? Because they knew the article was written in December 30th, 1983, because they had discovered it October 11th, 1983. The New York Times wrote this on January 30th, 1983. Okay, so NASA says they discovered this thing October the 11th, 1983, but somehow the New York Times knew about it in January 30th of 1983. And here's what they wrote, New York Times, clues get warm in the search for Planet X. That was the headline. Something out there beyond the farthest reaches of the known solar system seems to be tugging at Uranus and Neptune. Okay. New York Times. Unbelievable. The search for Planet X. Okay. Now, we're all being told that if you bring up Planet X or Nibiru or some dwarf star and all that, you're a conspiracy theorist. All right, so let me just read to you the New York Times. This is the something out there beyond the farthest reaches of the known solar system seems to be tugging at Uranus and Neptune. Some gravitational force keeps protruding the two giant planets, causing irregularities in their orbits. The force suggests a presence far away, unseen, in a large object, very large, that might be long-sought Planet X. Evidence assembled in recent years has led several groups of astronomers to renew their search for the 10th planet. Now they call it the 9th planet because they demoted Pluto. They are devoting more time to visual observations with a 200-inch telescope at Mount Palomar in California. They are tracking two Pioneer spacecrafts now approaching the orbit of distant Pluto to see if the variations in these trajectories provide clues to the source of the mysterious force. And they are hoping that a satellite-borne telescope launched last week will detect heat signatures from the planet, because they're going to use infrared. It was an infrared camera, or whatever it is out there, it says. The infrared astronomical satellite was boosted into a 560-mile-high polar orbit from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. It is an $80 million venture. That was 40 years ago. By the United States, Britain, and the Netherlands. In the next 6 or 7 months, this telescope is expected to conduct a wide-ranging survey of nearly all the sky, detecting sources not of the ordinary light, but of infrared radiation, which is invisible to the human eye and largely absorbed by the atmosphere. But scientists hope that this new telescope will chart thousands of infrared-emitting objects that have gone undetected: stars, interstellar clouds, asteroids, and planets. The last time a serious search of the skies was made that led to the discovery of 1930 Pluto. So this was an article written by the New York Times in 1983 telling us that there was a satellite launched, and there was actually 2 of them, and they were headed on their way toward Pluto, and that soon they would be giving, they had infrared cameras on it, and soon would be giving us information of what they believed to be a huge planet that was causing a disruption with our planets in our solar system in what they believe is Planet X. This is the headline. This is New York Times. This is Washington Post. This is NASA. So today, 40 years later, they know. That's why they said, shh, let's not talk about it no more. Yet they continue to send probes, spacecrafts, the cameras, the satellites, the telescopes are so much better now. So they know right where it's at. They know its trail. They know where it's headed. They know the effects it's going to do to the earth. And they have been feverishly, since 1983, every modern nation of the world since 1983 has been feverishly building underground cities in preparation for the coming apocalypse. Now, you don't want to miss, I was doing a lot of research on this this morning, and so I found these 3 articles, and you had to dig deep for them. But there's more information out there that Mike from the World and these other guys drop on you in this webinar. So please get your tickets. It will be the best ever. I'll be back with more current world events and how they relate to biblical prophecy. We're living in the end times. Are you saved? If you're not, if this thing's coming, Jesus is coming. Because he said when he comes, these things would be happening. We're almost there.